Alright, and we're back with Game 2 between Quixotic Gaming and Zenith Gaming. Zenith now on the Hellborn team and Quixotic on the Legion. Now, Quixotic did take a pretty convincing win in round 1 versus Zenith. However, Zenith did have an incredibly well-farmed hag, skyrocketing over 500 gold per minute. Unfortunately, her teammates just weren't farmed up enough to cover, and in fact Bubbles was having a hell of a hard game. They're really getting shut down early by Roger Dodger playing Corrupted Disciple, and unfortunately Hag's farm just wasn't, they weren't able to capitalize on it. And I'm honestly not dead sure if Hag should have farmed that hard and that fast, because really some early pressure, maybe just helping out Bubbles a little bit earlier, just keeping Corrupted in check, or just, getting him off Bubbles' throat, just to give him a bit of breathing room, might have been more beneficial than just farming up that absolute shitstorm that he did. But, you got to handle it. He farms hard, farms fast, ton of ricing done, and really, also a little bit of an odd choice, sitting on like nearly 6,000 gold, just to then buy the sheepstick all at once, rather than getting it bit by bit and just getting the gradual stats increase. I'm not dead sure why he went that way, but, it went down that way, so whatever works for him. But again, Hellbringer, Pharaoh, Plague Rider, Torturer, and Warbeast banned once again. So the exact same bans as last game. Still waiting on the next 3 bans to round this out. But I would not be surprised if they're very similar. Andromeda also being banned by Zenith this time. It was used by Quixotic, however, Andromeda didn't really have a huge effect on the game. They tried to sort of dual lane in the bottom lane with Andromeda, Kraken, and then have... who was it? Tempest, sort of jungle, in and out of the enemy jungle, into the bottom lane on the Hellborn side. However, didn't really work because the Legion tri-lane was down there and just shut them down straight away. In fact, ganked them before the creep even got out there. Managed to kill Tempest, so really it sort of backfired straight up, and Tempest retreated into his own jungle. But they took I think Zenith took a bit of the long game. Like, they had a really long game plan in mind, and it really didn't work out because they had Soul Stealer and Corrupt Disciple, who got quite a decent farm, 400 plus gold per minute, and they really just managed to get those items they wanted and get the Disable up with Tempest ult in there, and really just really cause all sorts of problems. Because Magnus is a great hero, but as soon as a bunch of shrunken heads appear on the enemy team, and they had the 3 key heroes, Tempest, Corrupt Disciple, and Soul Stealer, all had shrunken heads, so that made Magnus very, very ineffective against them.
Corrupted Disciple.
So unfortunately, they weren't really able to shut them down. Of course, Tempest's ult, once he had that shrunken head up, was incredibly difficult for them to deal with. But again, Corrupted Disciple getting picked. Let's look at those bans. The only one that's different is Bombardier this round. Keeper of the Forest also being banned. In fact, Keeper seems to be a fairly auto ban at the moment by most teams, considering he's very, very, very good at pushing with Soul's Bulwark.
Magnus.
But Myrmidon again and Magnus, 2 incredibly popular support heroes in the Australian scene. You rarely see a game go by in the CG Pro ladder without either of these 2 heroes being picked or banned at the very least. But Zenith taking the pair once again. This time we have Myrmidon. Waiting for picks from Quixotic. Will they go different? They did also take Corrupted Disciple once again. I think Hag's still on the board. Is Hag on the board? Looking at the Hellborn Intelligent. Yes. She is indeed still there. So will they pick her up again once again? Tautologies left, right, and center. But waiting on Chicanery to direct. Well, Roger Dodger is technically the team captain, but if you know the Quixotic crew, they do let Chicanery do a lot of the calls and the strategic choices. So he's the one usually deciding what picks and bans are made, which is why you'll see him in the captain's seat all the time. But I think Roger is the one in charge of the day-to-day management of the team. Would not be surprised if we saw them play Slither. I see Slither is one of Roger's favourite heroes as well. That looks like they might be switching to Chicanery this time. I have also seen Chicanery play Slither quite a bit as well. Chaos for Life, this time commandeering Corrupt Disciple, though they might pass that down to someone else, but this time XQK looks like he is their dedicated mid player. I'm wondering if that is Class 1 Smurf, because he was also their dedicated solo mid player. Although occasionally we saw him in side lane trialing, but yeah, we definitely saw him, take the solo mid a lot, Thunder bring out Pebbles, Soul Stealer, that sort of thing. But I'm expecting a ton of damage to come from this Thunderbringer. I really think he can do a lot of damage if he just plays his mid-game right, doesn't get shut down too hard. There are some heroes that will give Thunderbringer an absolute hell of a time in the mid lane. Arachna can be one of them if she can harass early enough just before, because Thunderbringer kind of hits critical mass once he gets to level 5. Or even level 4, the level 2 Lightning Blast can, if you're against something squishy like a rat, it can also do a lot of damage. But once you hit that level 5, get the level 3 Lightning Blast, it does so much damage early game. It's just so painful. When he can hit you from 700 range away, it's just bang, there's all that damage down. And it can really, just a couple of Lightning Blasts, because it's not that expensive either. It's like 115-ish mana. So, you know, Thunderbringer, an intelligence hero, has a pretty decent mana pool, can fire that at you several times over and over and over, and can really be very painful, can be very difficult to stay in the lane, hit that level 6 without getting smashed. And once he drives you back and gets that level 6 ahead of you, then he's got that opportunity to get that level 6, and then he's got his ultimate, he's got Thunderstorm, he can try and get that early kill off, especially if someone comes to back him up. But here we go, they are going with the Wild Soul pick again. Now, this is really cool, because Wild Soul is not something we see very often in HoN, but it has been big in the Dota scene for quite some time. But it's always great to see some Dota tactics get brought over into the HoN scene. It's definitely something new, something fresh. So, you know, if you were watching last week's game, which has just gone up, it was Quixotic versus Climax. We did see Roger Dodger also play Wild Soul, and then Boost in the next match also tried to play Wild Soul solo. Mid didn't work out, got absolutely drilled by XQK playing Soul Stealer. But the first round, they had Quixotic had their Wild Soul solo the bottom lane on the Legion side versus an enemy trial, and that's a great example of how a Wild Soul can just stand back, just keep himself out of trouble, and use Boo Boo to last hit to get those creep kills and just basically keep himself out of trouble and survive against an enemy tri lane, while also being a perfectly viable character. Although Roger had a really weird build. In fact, he went for Striders on Wild Soul himself. He put most of the money went towards Boo Boo. But oops, I just smacked my mic there. Oops. But most of the money went towards Boo Boo. But I don't know about the Striders on Wild Soul. I thought he'd go for something like enhanced Ghost Marches. But no, went straight for Striders. Really weird, because that doesn't work in the middle of combat, which, you know, Wild Soul is incredibly fast, or even in Bear Form. Bear Form slows him down a fair bit, but with Wild, that still speeds him up a fair bit. And when you've got enhanced marches, that's still quite considerably quick. Madam Horse coming out here. But looking at these lines, Aluna did also get picked by Zenith. So like I said, she's been a little bit less popular since the attack point nerf, but still see her, because it did kind of need to happen. She was incredibly, like, she was being picked left, right, and center, if not banned all the time. So it was something that needed to happen, but, you know, she's still viable in my opinion. And we're going to see a run by Zenith once again. In fact, who is it this time? Lock Shadow playing Aluna. As I'm just going to tell Delts, no, that I'm not. It's recording. No, comma, recording. Must have a comma, otherwise it messes it up. Recording tonight. And I can just type away to people, because we are, in fact, paused. So, you know, before you scream, unprofessional caster at me. Although I will give you that, Pudge, my cameraman at the WCG, possibly not the best cameraman, although thanks to him for helping out at short notice, just helping me out with recording the VODs. Didn't realise he'd be so shy at the camera, so, you know, give and take, but that's what happens. When you hire free help, you get free help value. So, you know, something to look into, you know, having a professional cameraman possibly accompany me when I'm doing the streaming, because I can't stream and record at the same time. And basically on CGI nights, we have Boostin streaming the Climax match, which is he's a great stream. Like, even if you don't like Climax as a team that much, the stream quality is huge. It is so much better than what I can provide. So definitely, I recommend checking it out. Boostin has links to his stream on the CyberGamer forum, so definitely go and check out his stream. It really is a good watch. But here we go, a Luna try. See, this is not uncommon at all, with the Magmus and Myrmidon also rolling up bottom. So they got the triples done there. It's very painful. And oh, hello. This is different. Wild Soul jungling. I'm not sure if they're doing this because they're arrogant or they think this is work. I have heard the Wild Soul just jungling can work out, and they just have the solo just try and survive. I have heard this works, but not dead sure how well it'll work in this scene. And look at this Boo Boo. This is what Boo Boo's great for, just scouting, just checking everything out, making sure there's no threats, just trying to figure out if there's a trial up here or a solo. And it's going to be Arachna solo top and Silhouette solo mid. Now, she's going to be up against Thunderbringer. Now, Thunderbringer really needs to watch out for auto attack early because A, it's hard to farm against her because she's got a great auto attack, and B, it hurts. He's got a short range. He's constantly going to be walking into auto attack range unless he starts using Chain Lightning to farm. And that's really going to be quite painful. And see, Hibinaki just down here for Zenith, throwing down that tower lane ward just to watch for any TP ganks. Something you do need to watch out for if you are tri-laning in the short lane. If you are tri-laning in the short lane, you do need to watch out for TP ganks, as they can catch you off guard quite quickly. If another stunner just blinks or just teleports in there and catches you off guard, it can be very painful. But a dual lane, this could work. Corrupt Disciple and Witchslayer could well indeed handle Arachna, could manhandle her quite effectively, I think, while Slither is, adept at surviving against tri-lanes, so, it's definitely a hard tri-lane to go against. Oh, look at that slider as the, just normalizing out. Look at this. See, this is the early harass that Thunderbringer is going to have a lot of trouble against mid, against Silhouette. Look at it just pushing him back. Who's that? I think it's Lock Shadow mid. No, that's Sicko mid. So Sicko, of course, the hack from last game was very effective. Oh, Wild Soul could be in a lot of trouble. Magma's going to... No, they're just going to beat on him for a bit. Magma's now stunning. And then we were following up the weed for Wild Soul. A lot of trouble. Going to take him out. And oh, dear. So I think, obviously, if you are going to be jungling against a tri-lane like this, like when a tri-lane is next to your jungle, probably need to get some wards up. Otherwise, that's going to happen over and over and over. And Wild Soul, unfortunately, getting wiped out there. Yeah, just respawning. But yeah, I'm fairly confident that Arachna can get manhandled here, although it looks like they're not really pushing it back all that much. She's managed to pull the hard camp there, I think. And now Thunderbringer in a bit of trouble. Thunderbringer getting jumped on there by that gank. Actually, I should have been watching. I knew that they were there. Should have been watching that. My apologies. But yes, this is the roaming power of Myrmidon and Magmus. Has just such a great pair. Magmus has that great stun. The Myrmidon has a great follow-up. It was also a really good stun, but your follow-up stun, you need someone to set it up. And Magmus just fits that bill so well. And when you've got a ranged carry like a Luna, you can afford to have Magmus as a melee in your trial. And in fact, when you've got this, Slither, you just push him back a little bit for, in fact, the first 2 minutes or so. That can be very painful for him. Just push him back, get him under level, get your tri-lane solo, your tri-lane carry ahead. That's all he wants, just get him ahead just a little bit, and then you can leave him there and just roam around and gank. In this case, look at this, another gank on Slither. Slither getting hit by that stun, and then getting followed up on by Weedfield. Look at this, just clean a power shot, just being used from all the way back there. And really, Zenith Gaming working well this time around, doing a lot of good roaming. Well, on the other hand, the Witchslayer support up here not really pushing back Arachna as much as he'd hoped, as much as you hope he would. I mean, really, I would have hoped Witchslayer at this point would have been completely just keeping Arachna just constantly away from the creep. And just keeping him maybe, level 2, level 1 sort of thing. Definitely not hitting like level 3 like that, keeping up relatively with the dual lane there. So it looks like he is managing to stop it from getting ahead, but it's not quite as much as I hope. Getting off the minimize and the chariot, it's not going to be enough though. Just going to annoy him, but looks like might be seeing a gank down the bottom lane. Wild Soul has come down here as well. Wild Soul trapping a Myrmidon with Boo Boo. Oh no, unfortunately Boo Boo walking back and letting him out, although I suppose, who's that? Long Shadow could have just cut him apart out with that power throw. Unfortunately, I don't think Boo Boo maybe didn't even know that Myrmidon was in there. No, I should have the creep, but they should have been able to see that. Power throw again. Oh, close, but not quite taking him out. Let's just go to the mid lane and see how Thunderbringer is faring against Silhouette. Not that well by the looks of it. Let's have a look at the CS as we just go to panel 2. And Thunderbringer 13-3. Could be worse, but Silhouette 15-4. Oh, he's doing alright. Doing alright, just taking a lot of harass and possibly a little bit behind. Could definitely be worse. He is getting up in the level, so it's allowing it. Look, if you can get that next level in a Thunder Blast, it will be very, very painful. And now look at this. No, nothing hit. See, this is what they want to happen. Just really force Arachna back. Oh, I don't think if he just pops out a little bit, Witchslayer will be able to see Arachna, and that can probably set off a kill. He's only got 251 health. Will he go? Yes, here we go. Here comes the stun. No, minimize first. Going to attack and taunt. Gets the stun off. And will it be enough to clean up with Electrode? Yes, it is. Quite easily. Not giving the smackdown. The Mammoth's pointing top to try and help, but not quickly enough. Unfortunately, those 3 seconds, all that Witchslayer and Corrupt Sub will need to clean him up. And Silhouette managing to, no, not getting that bottle because Thunderbringer just managed to bottle the haste there. Will he pop that? Yes, he is. Oh, that last one, take him out. So close. So close. And now Silhouette taking a bit of damage. But Thunderbringer coming back to fight. Look at this haste. Using this to kite Silhouette. But she also has a bottle. I think she might bait with this illusion. Will he fall for it? Yes, he did. Using both the blast and the chain lightning. It's not going to be enough to take out either hero, though. And it looks like Thunderbringer coming out second best in the end. Oh, there's a fight up top. Now, Magma's in a bit of trouble, gonna get cleaned up here. Maybe if he doesn't have enough mana to stun anything, so all they have to do is hang around here, wait for Magmas to walk out of that steam buff and clean him up, because he has not got a lot of health. 231 with no armor to speak of. He will take a lot of damage from Corrupted and Wild Soul at the moment. Oh, there we go. They're just waiting for the stun from Witch Slave, just getting enough mana up, and there we go. Another kill for Corrupted Disciple there. Chaos for Life playing Corrupted. Unfortunately, Myrmidon having no mana to help out. And Arachna has mana, but no life to help out. And really only having that slow, doesn't have the hard stun, which is really what you want there. Sort of situation. Looking at the CS situation, not Corrupted, Arachna, no, we're looking for Silhouette, 22-7, while Thunderbringer on 17-3, so still they're keeping up on each other. That Chain Lightning managing to keep him in the game there. Oh, Corrupted versus Arachna. Corrupted is on 20-12. Arachna sitting on 10-4. So Arachna getting shut down, not as hard as I would have hoped from a constant harass from Witside, but it is enough just to keep her under just a little bit. I think they're going to save that regen for Thunderbringer, who went to the wrong rune actually. And yeah, it looks like Wild Soul is just going to guard that and then take it.
Serial killer.
Well, up in the top lane, Arachna going down once again. In fact, solo killed by Corrupted that time. Corrupted has enhanced marches, I think just having finished them off. Two in the mid lane though, Myrmidon getting off the Weaver, not connecting though with anybody, and low health for both of them. Sorry, just for Silhouette actually, having to back up a little bit. I'm just looking at Thunderbringer, hasn't got his ult yet. No, she's not going to have to back up though. Silhouette managing to pop a health potion, so she's going to be okay. Let's have a look at Luna's farm versus Slither. Slither on 10-3, Aluna on 34-23, so she's way ahead. Definitely going to be something to watch out for later, especially if you can get that early Hellflower. It'd be very painful to deal with. Magmus now just hunting around. I think he wants to set up a kill here, just constantly repositioning himself, keep that fog barrier in place so he doesn't get spotted up. I think he's just waiting for his teammate to come back. Arachna's still in level 5. I don't think I can tell how far she is from the next level. No, I can't. But I think if she hits level 6, then we'll go for that kill. No. Magma's back off, getting ready to pull, and looks like a gank here happening. Witch Slayer in a bit of trouble. Lightning Storm from... Oh, red power throw from Aluna, cleaning up Witch Slayer. Very nice there. Cutting down those trees, making him visible and cleaning him up. Nice shot from Aluna there. Lightning Storm, unfortunately not cleaning up anybody. And they are going to get away on low health. Also, actually, Thunderbringer also getting away very low health. Magmus now just trying to sneak off that farm from from Corrupted, make sure he doesn't steal the neutrals from the pool. Let's have a look at Slither's solo build. He's opted for no levels in Toxin Wards. He's actually opting for, just click on him, bring it up here, I can tell easier, 3 in Spray, and 2 in Toxicity, and his ult. Interesting decision. Often see wards when they solo against Tron, but no. I guess he was soloing against solo a lot of the time, actually, considering the amount of roaming that both Magnus and Myrmidon were doing, so fair enough. Maybe that was the justification. Although I know some people haven't liked the wards ever since they got nerfed really hard on line of sight. Of course, the huge ass line of sight was one of the great things about wards. Once upon a time, Silhouette just bottling that illusion rune, although nothing really to set up gank-wise. Actually, let's look at GPMs. Wild Soul, oh dear, 100, oh wait, no, sorry, that's experience per minute. Wrong one. Gonna say gold, but there we go, wrong. Oh dear, that's still not good. 163 for Wild Soul. Definitely not what you want to see. And now the Spiderling being thrown out on Corrupted. Are we going to see a Alarm Surge? Probably after the Spiderling goes down, or maybe if Corrupted starts doing too much damage to Magmus. Oh no, Graveyard Stun on Magmus. Is it? No, it's not going to be enough. He is going to be able to back up here. Although Slither's in the fray. Does Arachna have Carapace up? She doesn't have any levels in Carapace. Gets wiped out. I think that's a very silly choice against... I think it's a very silly choice against Slither. You know you're playing against Slither. You're going to be getting dots left, right, and center. I don't think getting the extra levels in precision was really worth it there. Level 2 precision helps with the last hitting, however, unfortunately, I don't know. I really don't know about that choice. I would have gotten at least 1 level in Carapace, just personally. But yes, going back to the gold per minutes, really, Wild Soul not getting that farm that he wanted at all. 164 gold per minute, whereas Aluna, 344, Silhouette on 265. While she definitely wants more than what she's got at the moment, but definitely not doing too horribly, considering it's pre-10 minutes in the game. Corrupted also doing well on 323. Arachna also doing actually woefully at the moment, 130, although she's been getting shut down a fair bit. In fact, she is, what is she on? She is on, 1 to 3, so yeah, that's why her GPM is kind of bad at the moment. As well as not being able to farm all the well. But Luna looks like she is going for that early Hellflower. I just saw her pick up an Arcana. Mammoth's getting in for that. Oh, dodging that graveyard. I think Witchslayer was expecting to continue walking around, but it didn't happen. The Electric Tide, though, chasing off the Hellborn team. Is that Silhouette there? Is that Illusion? No, the Illusion is still farming mid. Oh no, that's double Illusions. Okay, so that was the bottle Illusion. He hasn't used Shadow. Magnus and Myrmidon on the roaming gank patrol once again. Luna just farming away there. They've seen Slither though. Will they try to do something? Slither opting for Steam Boots early on. It looks like she's going to walk into the real Silhouette. They're stacking a bit of damage there. Not going to be enough. Oh wait, we've got stuns coming in. This is really bad news for Miss Ivy. Getting wiped out there. Mass stuns just chaining as the server just landed just a little bit for me there. But definitely no hope at all. Just cut off by Silhouette and then just pounded on. As Myrmidon just finished off his Striders. Not too bad for roaming support at 10 minutes, also doing the 11 minutes, also doing the wards. Silhouette finishing enhanced marches, hoping for a fairly fragile build as far as health goes. She's only got about 700, I'd say. Yeah, 796 max, which she does have a little bit of defense in the form of the Iron Shield, but it's not a whole lot. She does have a power supply and a bottle though. Might be enough to keep it in the game as far as banning effective HP, or EHP rather. Aluna also relatively, no, actually no, she's got Steam Boots, so she is not, still kind of squishy, but not that squishy. But against Thunderbringer, they definitely want to be stacking a little bit of defense, considering the amount of damage he can do early on, especially if he can get some spell shards sometime. Oh, look at the Silhouette manning up, jumping in there with those kunais and doing a bit of damage. Now, whilst I'll try and proc that stun, but it's not happening. Getting hit by Myrmidon's Magikarp, not the Weedfield though, only catching Boo Boo, and Silhouette is going to get on. Silhouette's come back into the fight. I don't know if she, no, she did use Shadow, didn't use Shadow, just jumps in there, gets taken out though, the root on the bear catching her, so it looks like Witchslayer's going to have the last life. No, Myrmidon's going to have the last life, cleaning up Witchslayer, but they do take out Silhouette. They do need that, they did need that to happen. In the bottom lane, there is a bit of action happening. Corrupt's up with very low health. Will they get another stun off? The power throw should be coming for Luna very soon. It's only a few seconds away. Magnus throwing down the stun. Oh, nice juke there from Corruptus up, getting out of trouble. Now Myrmidon's here, coming from the opposite direction. They don't know he's ditched them like that. Look at that, very sneaky. Soul's Bulwark now being farmed to Corruptus up. Oh, hitting them with that Lightning Blast and the Electric Tide, taking out Magnus there. And now look at this, having to back off, popping the ult from Myrmidon and having to back all the way up. Nice juke there from Corruptus. So I guess I just didn't realize how damn quick he was. He does have enhanced marches as well. He's opting for only one in Static Discharge, so he's gone for the opposite build to Roger's build, where he went for lots of Static Discharge early on, and he's opted for early levels of Corrupted Conduit. I can't tell how many levels are in it at the moment, though. And let's looking at money. Nobody really sitting on a ton of cash. No. Actually, speaking of Wild Soul, Wild Soul has absolutely 0 items on him at the moment. GPMs, Wild Soul up a little bit to 177, but still not that great. In fact, neither is Thunderbringers. Really got shut down pretty bad by Silhouette, I think, as well as the early ganks in mid. Boo Boo is carrying Soul's Bulwark. No boots for anybody yet. Port's down in bottom. Magnus could be setting something up here. Gets minimized though. Going to get stunned in a second. There's the graveyard. Getting, oh, Silver Bullet and the Electric Tide cleaning up Magnus. So the kill going out to TDO 1-on-1 playing Witchslayer. Unfortunately, the lightning stun from Aluna not quite fast enough to save Magnus' life there. Looks like Silhouette backing up just a little bit, trying to stack on that, but look at all that damage. See, this is Thunderbring. He's got that maxed out Lightning Blast. Does so much damage to a squishy hero like Aluna. Like Silhouette and Aluna as well in that matter. Not quite managing to get that Weedfield off though on Wild Soul. Managed to back up just a little bit in time. Caught Boo Boo though, but not what you want. So there's still Steam Boots, nothing interesting. Arachna also opting for Steam Boots. It's going to be a little bit slow unless she's going for early geometers as well. Arachnia happens to have a fairly slow base speed. I think it's 285, which is very, very slow as far as base movement speeds go. So I think it's possibly the slowest in the game, because we don't have techies. Magnus still hasn't finished that blood chalice though. Kind of unfarmed. Looks like Corrupted almost finishing his Helm of the Black Legion, just needing the stout ship. In fact, he should have enough for it, right? In fact, he's probably already got it. Has enough for it anyway, regardless. Yeah, just finishing it then. Dropping into the side shop, pick up the shield component. But definitely, the 3 GPMs you got here, the Thunderbringer, the Wild Soul, and the Slither, not looking good. When you look at the GPMs on the opposite team, Silhouette on 305, she has broken that 300 mark and is constantly growing. And then Aluna has dropped a little bit, but still over that 300 mark is definitely where she wants to be. And the only one, this looks kind of like the last game's GPMs, where Zenith had that hag that was head and shoulders above everybody else. But unfortunately, her team, the rest of her team were not. They were actually relatively, they were actually a little bit behind, in fact, which really cost them the game in the end. But last game to also help out with the GPM, in fact, Quixotic were losing initially. They were on the back foot, but they did come back with some early towers, which really gave them some badly needed gold. Unfortunately, they haven't managed to get that this game yet, although they're going for the early push by the looks of it. Silhouette now getting stuck. Oh no, that root is so annoying, catching Silhouette like that. However, the Spiderling gets thrown down on Corrupt Supper. He's in a lot of trouble. Lightning Storm being used, but it's not going to be enough. Lightning Tide also, Electric Tide also coming out, and now Magnus getting stuck in with a stun, as well as the Steam Bath, and Myrmidon also getting stuck in there, but unfortunately stuck in there. Slither though ulting, getting off the Poison Spray on what's her name? Aluna as well, and I just heard the Silver Bullet go out and Magnus. Magnus is down, and now Myrmidon also backing up, and Aluna gets wiped out as well, so definitely things turning around there, and definitely giving the Legion team a much needed turnaround events that they need. Unfortunately, losing Corrupted Disciple, however, they did also take down both Silhouette and Aluna, which is definitely something that needed to happen. Both those heroes needed to get pegged down a little bit. And something I'm worried about is the late game for the Legion. Their late game, I'm thinking, is a little bit weaker than the Hellborns. They do have Corrupted and Wild, however, on the opposite side, they are up against Silhouette, Arachnia, and Aluna. Now, you've got to remember that Arachnia synergizes with adding it to 3 extra damage with that aura, so it's really going to be quite painful to late game. 3 of those heroes are pumping out all of that physical DPS. Really need to watch out for that. Let's have a look at the damage totals at the moment. Silhouette doing a lot of damage, and Thunderbringer, of course, no surprise, doing a ton of damage, automatically hitting heroes all around the place, and doing a ton of aura damage. When you must never forget, a lot of the damage that's dealt by Thunderbringer is his aura. Is so powerful because he spams it so hard and fast. Let's look at creep scores at the moment. Corrupt Disciple on the Legion team leading the pack on 73 to 26. However, on the Hellborn team, 83 and 83 for both 83 creep kills for both Aluna and Silhouette. So they are really farming up a really good shitstorm. They are farming really well at the moment. In fact, they are going for on track for a gold star at 100 creep at the 20-minute mark. It's a gold standard, but they are doing very, very well as far as terms of farming going at the moment. Although no towers down for anybody at the moment. Somebody might want to push relatively soon. Slither now just getting himself in here. I heard Witch Slayer get that stun off on Magnus. However, Myrmidon's here to back him up. Managed to get the magic cover off, not proccing the stun. However, it is enough to scare Witch Slayer off Magnus. Let's look, Boo Boo trying to get a root off there. He's got some really annoying roots off so far, but unfortunately hasn't really got that many kills out of it. In fact, looking at Heroes score, Wild Cell's 1 and 2 still. Has got 4 assists though. And look at that power throw, just harassing them just a little bit. This mid lane looks like we might see a push on both mid and bottom. They should be able to clean up this mid tower, I believe. The Hellborn, while the Legion should be able to clean up this bottom tower. Magnus now getting hit by Electric Tide, as well as some Lightning Blast from Poison Spray. Not managed to connect with anybody there. Unfortunately, couldn't get some kills that they did. But Magnus managing to Lava Surge out of trouble, and Aluna just harassing a bit more with her power throw. Looks like they're going to go for 2 towers. In fact, what level is Boo Boo? Roger Dodger has opted... Wow, he is very naked. He has opted to level up Boo Boo all the way to level 4, so he's got magic resistance and also the ability to push down the tower quite effectively. He does ignore armor. Oh, man, she does bash Aluna, and the Lightning Blast and Lightning Storm finishing up Aluna. That is not something you want to see. Spiderling, though, cleaning up Thunderbringer along with the help of Magnus, but Arachna also getting taken out. So this is definitely still a win for the Legion team. Definitely in Quixotic's favor, and it looks like they might continue pushing just a little bit. Although it looks like they're going to trade tier 2 towers here at the moment, with Silhouette just pushing this. Just going to tank that damage from Corrupt Sub and let her illusion and the creep finish off. Although it might get denied. Yeah, it's going to be denied unless they mess this up really badly. No, they'd manage it. Of course, very good from the two of them. If they messed that up, that would have been quite embarrassing. Which they just using the minimize there. Minimize, of course, instantly killing illusions if you weren't aware. Which they're not close enough to help really. Does he have Striders? No, he does not. So not really in any position to catch up. Let's have a look at Wildstar. Wildstar, again, Roger going with this Striders build on Wildstar. Now, I know he's had a really rough game this time, really hard game early on. Unfortunately, last game he really went a lot better, but still went for the Striders. Now, I think he's just going for a pushing build, I guess. But you can see most of the money is on Boo Boo. He's going for a very well-farmed bear. Magnus, though, oh no, that's just Ancients. And Wildstar just getting hit by another red power throw or something. So nothing too amazing or groundbreaking there. I think they know these guys are jungling, though. And I think they're possibly saying, get ready to ult Thunderbringer, although that's still cooldown. Actually, that's still on cooldown, so that's not going to happen. Still on cooldown, nothing amazing happening there. What about top? Arachna has got a Mighty Blade. I'm assuming she's building into a Shrunk Head, trying to avoid Thunderbringer. Slither did pick up a Helm of the Black Legion, of course, very core pickup if you're playing a solo semi-carry. Slither, it's great, absolutely great to help you tank damage, get in the middle of your enemies, and unleash the poisons in the right spots. Particularly the ult. You know, it's got a huge range, but you definitely want to make sure you clip as many people as possible, as well as just getting stuck in, just harassing people, chasing them down with your orb, also really useful, as well as just positioning sprays quickly, also great. And now look at this, Corrupt, no, that's Switch Slayer in a lot of trouble, getting cleaned up there by exclusively managing to finish him off with the Spiderling and DOT from the web shot and the Spiderling, but also Luna helping out with a power throw from the middle of the map, or no, bottom of the map, in fact, no, she's gone somewhere else, I don't know where she's gone. She's in fact even in the top lane that I just left to look for her, so I'm amazing. I'm amazing like that. But even though arguably Quixotic are in the lead here at the moment, it's not by a whole lot. If you look at that bar up the top lane, up in the top there, it's definitely relatively close. It still could be anybody's match. And they definitely had a great early game. They did very well together, and Luna is getting closer and closer to finishing that Hellflower, that all-important Hellflower. Boo Boo just doing a bit of scouting. Does Boo Boo have anything new? No. How much is Wildstar sitting on? 230 gold. Wildstar bought anything new? Nope. So he's just sitting on money. Unfortunately, nothing interesting really going on. Ragnar in top lane just harassing along with Luna. It's Magnus, so getting ready to try and set something up though. This is why he's hiding in the trees. He's getting ready to look at this. Using ult, he's going to drive in on top of Wildstar there, but Wildstar has way too much health. Just tanks at quite easy, and then Boo Boo bashing away there. Slither getting wiped out, and now it's a Luna going down to the poison and the damage. Just a constant damage from Corrupt Sub. Corrupt now getting stuck into Arachna, doing as much damage as he can, getting slowed down a fair bit though. Electrotide doing a lot of damage. Arachna sneaking away here. Is she going to be able to get away? She's a lot slower than Corrupt though. Corrupt is that speed bump. No, he's not. Managed to stop her from getting out, and I'm not sure who that. She got wiped out exclusively. Playing, who is exclusive? Playing a, no, wrong one. It was Betch. Betch playing Mammoth also got wiped out there. It was while we were following exclusive, running away with the Rachna. See Wildstar just doing a bit of farming. So this seems to be Roger's plan. I'm just here for the push and gets the Soul's Bulwark. Uses Bearjalon's ability to ignore Creep Tower, just do extra Creep Tower armor and just do a bit of extra damage. Definitely great. So I'm just going to readjust myself in my incredibly noisy chair. But Corrupt Supple just finishing that shrunken head there. I saw it pop up in the stash for a moment. Looks like he's maybe going to go back and grab that. No, still a bit of farm on top still. Might go and pick it up later. Let's see if the GPMs have changed. Tab 3. And see, this is definitely looking a lot healthier for the Legion. They've dropped Arachna and Luna down way down until into the 250 zone. While Wildstar is almost at 300, definitely much healthier, alongside the much healthier GPMs, looking a lot better for them. Corrupt Sub will also come up a bit, however, he was always ahead, I think. And definitely great that they're catching up with both, well, mostly with Wildstar. They do want Thunderbringer to catch up just a little bit more, would also be great. You definitely want your Thunderbringer to be getting a Staff of the Master or a Spell Shard. Spell Shard's definitely always great. Always great. Are they going to take this tower? I think they are. They're probably going to manage this tower pretty easily. The glyph should be down. Myrmidon coming from behind, however, not really going to have a whole lot of effect. Tower gets taken out quite easily. Power throw, about all they can do. The red power throw to harass Arachna now, just trying to slow down Slither. Ooh, that's a bit of a silly move. Throwing out Lightning Blast when you know Arachna is shielded up. Not going to do a whole lot. Now getting slowed by Slither. Oh, she's in a lot of trouble. Gets Spiraling out on top of Thunderbringer. However, she dies, so the Spiraling goes away. And look at that. Slither, sorry, Myrmidon getting wiped out as well. Slither moving up, using his ult, catching, I think it was just Magnus. No, caught a Luna as well. Very irritating for them to find out about. And now look at this Boo Boo. Oh, gets that stun off. That'd be frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So Ragnar, I think, is calling out from Boo Boo as well. Also getting that first hit stun. Also incredibly irritating. And now look at this silhouette in so much trouble. Did anybody buy back? Nope, nobody bought back. That must be frustrating. As now Magnus getting ready to, I don't know what. He is sitting on 256 gold, so he's not a lot of money. Finishes up his mana management in the form of a blood chalice. Definitely something he wanted to see relatively soon-ish. Just to help him do the farming business. Aluna has finished a health bar. I think she'll probably go for a shrunken head next. Now, not a whole lot happening in the bottom lane here. Just some neutral farming sharing going on. See what Boo Boo's got now. Might have something interesting. Nope, nothing interesting still. How much is Bedulon? Bedulon's sitting on 3,000. I think he's saving up for a mock. This is what I saw Roger do last time. Saved up for a mock. Yeah, that was relatively effective. Kind of late, but it wasn't too bad. Did work in the end. Did a lot of annoyance, just a lot of harassing with it. As, do they know they're up there? No, they don't. They don't know they're up there. So they should be okay. I'm just, you know, adjust myself just a little bit there. Luna using a power throw to cut away through the trees. Myrmidon stacking some more. Nothing groundbreaking happening at the moment. TP to Miss Ivy. Yes, should always carry TPs. Definitely a great idea to carry TPs. There's the Sword of the High. Whilst I'm grabbing that, although I think he'll transfer it to Boo Boo in just a second once he meets up with him. In fact, there's Boo Boo coming out right now. No, not transferring it. Might wait until the actual mock gets finished. But it looks like Zenith Gaming, despite having that awesome early lead, unfortunately, playing a little bit more defensively now, way more worried about themselves, not too bold, so they're holding back really hard. Unfortunately, I think this is giving the chance for Quixotic to just basically stranglehold them, just make sure they can't get out of this position, although, so say that, they do wipe out Thunderbringer down in the bottom lane. Did anybody buy it back? I don't think so. No. Be a bit weird if they bought back, but we've seen it before. So, wrong keys, actually. Which side has a portal key, blinks in, silver bullet, and down goes Silhouette. Absolutely powerful there. Nothing she could do that. And look, I think he's having a bit of a troll match. He's saved up for Steamboat, saved up for portal key. When he's a side lane solo, it's definitely a bit of a troll. As Delts has to go to ref in the match. Oh well. Stay here and follow this one, but pushing happening up in the top lane, and it is indeed wild, so they're ready to push. Where's Boo Boo? There's Boo Boo. Just gonna smack away this tower. How much money does Wildsall have? 300 gold at the moment, so he's getting closer and closer to that Mock of Brilliance, which is exactly what he wants. It would just be really annoying to have to try and deal with. Also upset any blinkers, although they're not running any blinkers at the moment. Tower very easy to get rid of with 3 heroes like that, and the Salzburg and Boo Boo rather. Sorry, I'm getting used to calling Bedulon at last. Bedulon at last. However, he is once again Boo Boo, so just take faith and rejoice. So I'm just going to look at hero damage. Let's have a look. Thunderbringer again, still on top. Silhouette done less damage at the moment. I think she's been mostly farming. Let's have a look at GPM. Silhouette still on 369. I think it's caught up a little bit. But in the meantime, look at this. Wild Soul managing to hit 350-ish while Corrupted Disciple over the 400 mark again. Definitely doing great farming from both of them. These teleports are coming out to mid. Who was that? No, that was really weird. Somebody teleported. Maybe it's the Hellborn teleporting. I didn't notice. Oh, Silhouette has a portal key. Thought we should mention that. So Portal Key on Silhouette, unfortunately for them, they're getting a mock on Bergeron, which is going to make her Portal King business very difficult. If you haven't seen Portal King on Silhouette, it's so she can aim the trees more effectively and quickly. That's the reason they put it in. I don't know if they're going to add auto grouping and stuff like that as well. But look at that. Weedfield, yes, going to catch her with Weedfield, and now Silhouette blinking and catching her with the stun as well. So that's why we have Blink on on a Silhouette, if you didn't know, just to position the stun just like that. Really fast, really quick, and really effectively. Just wiping out Slither there. Looks like farm mode fully engaged. Both teams not really going to do a whole lot as a team at the moment. Just Kraken and Arachne going to fight for a bit of farm there. On the mid lane, wards are up, and not a whole lot happening right now. Also moving out, nope, nothing interesting. Corrupt has had the Shrunken Head for a little while now. Thunderbringer has an Arcana, but also has a Mighty Blade. I think he's possibly trying to save up for Shrunken Head, and see if he getting wiped out, wants a bit of defense. It's always got something you got to watch out for with Thunderbringer. If you are behind, defense is always an issue. Mammoth has a Portal Key, blinks in there, doing a ton of damage. Red stun from a Luna. Is it going to be enough to clean up anybody? She's throwing out her attacks nice and fast. Spiderling on the Corrupt Soul. He's going to go down. Slither managed to ult, though. Arachne, though, hitting that Shrunken Head. Managed to stop Slither's ult in its tracks. Silver Bullet on Myrmidon. Myrmidon goes down. And now Arachne's piling on that damage along with Silhouette. Look at this. Going to go down as well to Silhouette. And now Arachne getting cleaned up by Silhouette. And look at this. Roger Dodger trying to go toe-to-toe. Is it going to be enough? It is going to be enough. Roger Dodger with the quad kill. And that mock on Boo Boo doing so much damage. It's ridiculous. Just so powerful. Oh no, he's forgotten about the bear. Oh no, he remembered it now. Just remember, when Bergeron dies, Boo Boo dies, it does a ton of backlash. And look at this, low health, 160 would have been enough to kill him if he'd forgotten about Boo Boo. I don't know if he was trolling, just leaving it and saying, hey, try and kill the bear. I think he was probably just trying to push up just a little bit more with the mock, just trying to get a bit more damage on that tower. But Roger Dodger quad killing with Wild Soul, with not very many items on Wild Soul. It's a Strider's Wild Soul. Very, very economic build, and he was having a very rough early game, but I don't know about his other game where he did this. Wild Soul now, with that quad kill, has skyrocketed up to 397 GPM. He is on top of the GPM ladder right now. Corrupt Supple's close second on 380, while Silhouette slipping down to 382, and Luna down to 288. So she's also slipping just a little bit. While Thunderbringer barely breaking the 200 gold per minute mark at the moment. Although, he still is... No, not letting out all that much actually. I think Wild Soul is really carrying at the moment. 5 kills, 2 assists, 2 deaths and 14 assists. Doing quite well. Just getting involved quite a bit with his teammates. Looks like trees have been pulled into that lane just to try and kill the Ancients randomly. Silhouette just using her Alchemist Bones. No, sorry, a Luna using her Alchemist Bones or not. Doesn't have them apparently. That's quite... Oh, maybe it was actually, sorry, it was Silhouette was there. I wasn't paying full enough attention. And here, Boo Boo, Roger Dodger, the one to watch here, playing Wild Soul at the moment. So they're throwing up those wards to scout just to make sure no trouble's coming. Still out a bit of damage, but see Boo Boo just burning away there, just burning them up nice and easy. Gonna try and push them back, just continually annoying them. Mammoth used his ult, blinks in, doing a ton of damage to Wild Soul. Not enough though. Wild Soul managed to get the bash off on Arachne, going through the magic immunity, and now Wild Soul doing a ton of damage, but also taking a ton of return. Mammoth's getting wiped out, unfortunately, and also Corrupt Soul getting killed. And now, oh, Shadow getting chased, so it's not going to be enough. They are going to clean them up there. So they traded 3 for 1. Not the best trades at all. They are going to be able to push this with Wild Soul. Wild Soul's effectively a 2 as he has to retreat to base. However, Boo Boo is just burning out the creeps while he's not busy, just helping out with the push. Always great. Very good coordination from the team there. Making sure he's there to help, in a sense. And they probably will manage to take this tower, I think, which will give them much needed gold. Though Wild Soul, sorry, Witch Lake getting cleaned up there by Silhouette. Silhouette now just trying to stack on that damage onto Slither. Slither taking a fair bit of damage. Is he going to get a poison spray off? No. It's already on cooldown, so he missed possibly. It might have got purged. And they're going to clean up that tower. Nice and easy. Blink in, though, from Silhouette. And now she's been chased by Bergeron. Burn down, burn down, burn down. Oh, no. Bergeron juking just a little bit. The burn is still on her though. Is she going to get cleaned up? Yes, she is. Look at that Wild Soul. And then blinking back to Roger, who's all the way back in base to heal up. Excellent work from Roger there. It must be quite frustrating for the enemy team. And look at that plus armor now being bought. Soul's Bulwark being set to plus. So, you know, fight fire with fire. It just nullifies out the effect of the Soul's Bulwark effectively. So, not bad. And you might think it's also a slight nerf towards Demonic Courier, see if you can counter the massive negative armor with the early Soul's Bulwark. Drops up, going for a similar build that we saw last time round with, I'm assuming, Last Brand's going to be turned into a sword of some sort. Moving on now, just roaming around there. Mammoth's also roaming around. TDA 101 popping down some wards. Yes, great wards. Great wards everywhere, in fact. Just making sure they've got line of sight to all sorts of things. Is that moment on Magma stacking? No, it's not. Spedulon just chopping away those creep there, just doing a bit of farming. And it looks like he might. I think he's realised the enemy team may have picked up a Soul's Bulwark and has switched it to defensive. Well, actually, no. It's permanently on. He's finished the whole breastplate. Interesting. I think they might know what they're up to. Yeah, they should know what they're up to. They've got Hypnarchy's ward there, so it looks like the Legion team are converging on them, but they can see them converge because of that ward there from, who is that? TDA 101. Great ward. Making sure there's nobody sneaking up behind them, going for the kill. Slither also possibly just throwing up some wards. Yep. That's his job, apparently. Myrmidon throwing in the weed field, catching Benjalon. Oh, now Mammoth's getting stuck in. Witchslayer getting drilled really quickly. Minimize goes off though. Lightning Storm also being used, and now Power Throw getting thrown in the mix. So now Silhouette blinking and then using her shadow to get out of trouble straight away. And now Slither also using ult on nothing, unfortunately. Arachna getting stuck in. Arachna being forced to back off right now. Right has to get the hell out of trouble. Though she's so slow. Bear's going to be able to run her down possibly. Although, unless it bashes, she's probably going to be okay. Yeah, okay, she should be okay. The leash range is keeping her off balance. And it looks like the Hellborn are going to have bottom pushed against them. Benjalon still nothing. Oops, wrong button there. That's the Windows key. Might have to peel that out later. If you didn't realize, I'm using the control key to scroll the camera at the moment. Again. Oh, so close. It does take him out using that. Nice save from Mavis, using on the token, preventing it from being used on the push. Very useful. Hellflower used on Corrupt Disciple. He's in a fair bit of trouble as well. Getting caught by that weak, although he's fairly good with health. But he's lost his token. It must be very, very frustrating to lose a token like that. Corrupt's throwing out some tides, getting hit by the spider. And look at this. Scylla blinking and using to reposition the tree stun. Very good work from her. And now she's stacking out some damage onto Arachna. Scylla doing that actually. And oh no, bash. Magnus blinking for another stun. Arachna gonna get out of there. Magnus getting cleaned up, but I think there's still got enough firepower to push this tower. Or rather base, rather barracks. So Luna doing what she can, but I don't think she's got the firepower to do this. Not by herself. She needs some help to get in there. As you see, Silhouette set up another tree. No. Just an early accident, I think. Getting blinked on and stunned, cleaned up by Chain Lightning from TDA 101. Very irritating. Actually, no, not Chain Lightning. An attack from Witchslayer. And now that those two barracks are down, they need to protect the meatball because, as everybody knows, kill the meatball, win the game. Silhouette, though, blinking in again, just unexpectedly starting up a fight. Cleaning up Slither along with the help of Myrmidon. Great work from them. Unfortunately, they've lost that. Unfortunately, a little bit too late. They've lost that fight already. They really wanted that tower up, and they don't have it now. It's going to be very painful to have to deal with. So just doing a bit of stacking. So this is going to be one of those longer matches. Although, they did take that mid-rack, so it could be about another 10 minutes or so. Wondering if this is going to be too big to upload to Blip TV, maybe later if we can. I'm just doing this independently at the moment just because I can, because I enjoy doing it. It's kind of fun. And whilst I just picked up a Slayer, so it looks like we're going to be seeing a Savage Mace on Boo Boo the Bear. What's he got right now? He has got a Slayer. Last time I saw Roger play Wild Soul, he picked up a Warp Cleft on... a Warp Cleft on Boo Boo, just a naked Warp Cleft, although he's combined that into the Demonic Breastplate this time round. But it was relatively naked last round. This time looks like he's going for a Savage Mace. Interesting, interesting. So he really wants to hang back out of the fight and just let Boo Boo do all the business. As, wow, not a whole lot that Corrupted can do there. Just jumps them by 3 heroes like that. Two of them have blinks, and absolutely nothing you can do about that. And does Arachna have a shroud or anything yet? No, she bought the Soul's Bulwark, so she has a shrunken head and that's about it. She's not doing a whole lot of damage at the moment. Silhouette, on the other hand, interesting choice of items. She's got a Slayer, which could go into a Savage Mage. She's got a Firebrand and an Alchemist mode. It's pretty weird build and very squishy build. It's one of the things I hate about Silhouette. Very, very squishy. Arachna should also mention, you know, 220 gold. Sorry, 2,200 gold. Lightning Storm being used by XQK. XQK managed to clean up somebody. Not sure who it was. In fact, I think it might have been someone at the base who was trying to fight. It was exclusively, so Arachna getting wiped out there.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
And Arachna and Sicko have bought back. Looks like they need to get Boo Boo off the towers here, off the barracks, because he's doing a fair bit of damage. Spiderling being used, catching Wild Soul. It's probably going to enough they continue stacking on this damage. Also, Wild Soul getting hit by Lava Surge. It's going to be enough to kill them. Nice work, nice response there from the Legion, from the Hellborn team. But at the same time, they're going to be losing this top tower unless they can get up here quickly, I think. So I think they might have already lost it. Let's have a look. Yes, they have. Okay. Arachna has Spiraling up again. Could see her try to gank once again. Didn't really do a whole lot of ganking, that much ganking early. However, I think she's on track to do some now. Exclusive 8, 8, and 7 doing alright. 3, 6, and 8 the Lock Shadow. Betch is 3, 9, and 13. And Sicko 12, 8, and 17. And HoN Hibinaki, sorry, 5, 4, and 13. It's doing well in the assist department as Myrmidon. Looks like they might know something's up here. No, I think it's motioning for help from Arachna, possibly. So Witch Slayer throwing in that, oh, great ward there, spotting up what's going on in that jungle there. So the question is, will he muster any help? Although he does have a portal key, so he could just blink in and do his own thing, really. Oh dear. She's blinked into the enemy jungle. This could be very messy. She has finished off a Savage Mace, though. The question is, has Wild Soul? So I want Wild Soul. Wild Soul with Boo Boo. Wild Soul relatively naked. Boo Boo has not got Savage Mace yet. Still saving up for it. 1,000 gold at the moment. Still about a good 2,000 off completing it. 2,500 or so. Hellborn have pushed in the bottom tower. Who's got more towers? Legion have more towers at the moment. They also have more barracks amongst other things. As another pause is being called, unfortunately. So Thunderbringer has picked up spell shots. Let's look at hero damage. And look at this. Thunderbringer is still on top. Of course, Spell Shards plus Lightning Storm, and his aura does so much damage. It's very, very powerful. Need to watch out for that, definitely, when he goes against Thunderbringer. And you definitely want stuff like Mystic Vestments just to help it from, especially if he's going for early Rift Shards, Spell Shards, because like, even before Spell Shards were introduced, I would buy Mystic Vestments against Thunderbringer just because of the amount of damage he does. Whereas, now with Spell Shards, it's even more crucial because you do not want that to be doing true damage against you. That's just ridiculous. It does so much hurt. And you can see Arachna's picked up, no, Arachna hasn't, or Luna, no, Arachna's picked up the Mystic Vestments and Myrmidon, and not Magnus. But yeah, definitely, I recommend grabbing Mystic Vestments when you're up against something like Thunderbringer. Is very, very, very painful to have to try and deal with, even with Mystic Vestments. So let's bounce around, nothing new there. Also, 1,500 gold for End Zone. Definitely going to be worrisome. But not a whole lot happening at the moment. Just waiting for this pause. Let's look at Slither. Slither's gone for the full-on tank build. Now this is, you might be wondering why isn't Slither being played as a semi-carry with damage, because Slither enjoys tanking it up, just making sure he can stay in a fight, continually spray people with poison, continually harass them with his orb, and just continually stay in the fight rather than just being smashed by a nuke straight up and then being chased off straight away. So it's always frustrating when you're playing as Slither to be chased off before you can get your ult off, or you can even find anybody decent to even spray, and find even anybody worthwhile. But still paused. Has we had any indication of anybody coming back at the moment? As I'm just hearing someone log back in. Let's have a quick look. Nope, nothing interesting there. Arachna, Shrunken Head, nothing new. So I should just look down the side. Thunderbringer has also got a Mighty Blade. Looks like he's going for a Shrunken Head as well. Just trying to shrug off some of the magic damage, stuns, and disables. Always very irritating. Of course, Silhouette's on 1900 gold. In fact, let's have a look at GPMs. In fact, save? Yes, no, that's XP. Wrong one. 3 is what we want. Silhouette's still ahead of the pack on 425 GPM. However, Wild Soul really making a good recovery this game. Just jumping up to 410, especially after that quad kill. I think that Mock, in fact, we haven't seen Mock on Bears in ages, but Mock is doing a whole lot of work from helping him farm and just also helping him chase down heroes who are retreating from battle on low health, so being very irritating to have to deal with. Boo Boo hasn't got anything new at the moment. Still waiting on Roger to finish saving up. Witch Slayer, nothing much amazing. Just wards at the moment. Has got that portal key for a little while. Set up some great kills with it. Really not a whole lot happening right now as we just sit and wait. Effectively, it's about all we can do. So might just this is chance to look through some tabs. Let's look at hero kills. Really, Sicko doing a fair bit of the legwork at the moment on the Hellborn team, playing for Zenith. 12 and 8, but he has also died a fair bit, which is probably impacting his farm a little bit. 8 deaths probably. Imagine what he's on 425 GP, and imagine what he'd be on without those 8 deaths. He managed to keep his feet just a little bit better. Let's look at creep score. See, Sicko, amazing farm. He's on 245 creep. So he's like just chewing his way through creep waves, you know. Luna's not doing that bad either. She's 196 creep kills as well. While Wild Soul, 174, though, probably a lot of that jungle. Corrupted Sub also 189, but what is Corrupted? Corrupted gold per minute is 344, so not bad, but not awesome. Unfortunately, this seems to be a sort of reminiscent of the last game now, where Sicko is farming really well. He's 424 at the moment, but unfortunately his teammates have been pegged down pretty bad, been getting ganked and slammed just a bit, and they're, you know, in the 200 zone. You really want to be higher than that this late in the game. It's 42 minutes, and you definitely want to be higher than that this late in the game. Although, still holding on to Alchemist Mode. She has also finished the Savage Mace. This could be quite painful pretty damn soon, so I'm going to put it on hero damage at the moment. Wow, which hasn't really done a whole lot of hero damage, just mostly setting up stuns. But it looks like the Legion team are pushing the bottom lane here. This is an interesting decision, just using Boo Boo to push ahead, burn down those creep. They're not... No, Kong's not up, actually. They did manage to pick him off, I remember that now. Luna throwing in that power through. See, she's not aiming for heroes here. She's trying to smash creep. Just stop pushing so hard. Oh, that was a bit of a dodgy weed build for sure. As the wow, Boo Boo just demolishing that barrier, just chewing through it, absolutely destroying it. While the Legion team barely needed to engage at all. Very powerful there from Boo Boo. Boo Boo now walking back in, just burning people at the moment, just blinking back after he finishes burning. In fact, Roger has a second Boo Boo up, does he? No, he doesn't. I don't think. 3 seconds, then he'll be back with another Boo Boo. So Boo does, he's got another one ready in his sleeve, ready to deploy. Silhouette farming away. Yeah, they've lost the mid lane. I think these guys are just going to hang. The Legion are just going to hang here, continually push. No, they're not, okay? Alright, they're going to back off, make me look kind of. I thought they were going to stay here, continually just harass, push, and wait for their middle lane to push up with the super creep. And then apply the pressure and really make it difficult for the Zenith Gaming to choose one or the other to try and defend. Because obviously they need somebody to go and defend the mid lane from the creep. However, they send anybody, it means they weaken the defensive position against their bottom tower, or bottom thingo, in fact. Bottom racks, and that makes it easier for the Legion to push if they even break off for a few seconds. But now, farm 441, it's just nothing but go up, doesn't it? It's absolutely amazing. Now farm Silhouette is getting Sicko playing Silhouette, doing so much damage. Got anything new? Nope, nothing new yet. In fact, how much money is he sitting on? 3,600. What is he waiting for? He's saving up for something once again. Something probably pretty big. Maybe going for Geometers, I guess. Geometers is great. So I love my Geometers on Silhouette. It's so annoying. But now, look at this. Getting stuck in with Magnus. Ow! Boo Boo and Wild Soul getting destroyed there. Nothing you can do. Just getting stunned, disabled, and destroyed. Way too much blink for him to handle. And also got shut down by a Hellflower, which Luna's had for quite some time. She's also finished the Shrunken Head. I think we may have mentioned that before. Magnus has going for early levels, going for spell shards. That's interesting. Not that many Shrunken Heads yet. Well, once some Shrunken Heads come out, it'll make that a bit of a redundant investment. So hopefully it works out for him in the next few minutes. But Shrunken Head and Mystic Vestments can make that a really redundant investment if you're not careful about how you use it. Blessed Orb being picked up by Slither, and Wild Soul sitting on nearly 2,000 gold, so I'm not sure what he's going for, but this is going to be definitely interesting to see if Slither can, Sicko can carry against this team like this. But we gotta remember, he does have Arachnus Aura, so he's doing so much damage. He just picked up a Shrunken Head, which is gonna help him out immensely against getting, because at the moment, he's taking a ton of damage from Slither's dots, and particularly ult, and Thunderbringer just spamming his spells during the fight and doing so much magic damage from the Aura. But now with the Shrunken Head, just popping that in the middle of the fight, it's gonna save so much damage being dealt against him. So when he's near, oh shoot, he's doing 270, wow, look at that damage, 275 without Arachna around. So we just wait for him to get near Arachna. I'll just check that again for you. Once he gets near Arachna's Aura, which adds an extra 28% base damage, it should be another maybe 30, 40 damage or so. Now, which saying a little bit, is that an illusion? It was just an illusion though. So no big issue there. Just waiting for Silhouette to walk near Arachna, please. And also, look at Illusion, also it's a ton of damage. Like 144 damage a hit, nothing to sneeze at, definitely not. Looks like a Luna Silhouette gonna do her own thing in the bottom lane though. Kind of needs to get ready to port back by the looks of it. There's a lot of warding, counter warding, and warding going on up there. Middle lane could be in a bit of trouble. Magnus and Arachna. Ooh, something happening up here, and now Myrmidon in a lot of trouble. Can he get off his... Oh, Silver Bullet. So close. So that Silver Bullet, you can't dodge it now, and of course, Surf doesn't dodge Silver Bullet either, so it doesn't disjoint, so you can still follow the projectile. Very close, so on Myrmidon there. Unfortunately, not enough to clean him up. Blessed Orb, so they're not dead sure what he's going for. Right? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's going for utility in a hex or something. Or maybe going for geometers. Not too sure. Angus is rolling around at the moment. This is going to be a very long game. And here we go. Let's check it. Look at that. 315 damage when standing next to bloody Arachna. That is insane. That's going to hurt so much. She gets wrist shards next. My god, will that hurt. She's like, this is about the point where you can afford to sell that Alchemist, and look at the Luna also building a Savage Mace. Just picked up that Slayer, rather. Was it Flare or Slayer? I can't remember what they call it these days. Might even just check. Why not? It is called a Slayer. It is Slayer, not a Flower. Flower. Actually, yeah, Flare. That was the old name for the Rift Shard, actually. Back when it was the single item and not the recipe building up. But you see the absolute hell unleashed there with both Slither ulting and Magnus getting in a good ult, but also Wild Soul getting taken out there. And look at this. Oh wait, no, that's just the illusion actually. As Silhouette just retreating on very low health. In fact, having to fountain that. But really, Slither's ult, as well as just the amount of just area effect damage they were dealing between Thunderbringer and Slither, and really also the other useful thing is Corrupted can tank it, because look, he's got the Shrunken Head, he's got the Frostwolf, he's got the Helm Black. That's a lot of health there. And now, oh no, Silhouette trying to set up a kill there. Unfortunately, Witchslayer blinking on top of it, just minimizing a set of that kill. And now Silhouette buying back though, getting her revenge hub. Whoa! Okay, no, they have just conceded. I thought I was lagging there for a moment, massive lag, but anyway. So this has been round 2 of Zenith Gaming versus Quixotic. Unfortunately, Zenith Gaming, although they were looking strong with Silhouette for quite a while, unfortunately, Sicko, if you can see here with the gold minute, way ahead of his team. In fact, having enough for tons of buybacks. Unfortunately, his teammates, you know, weren't close enough behind him, having a bit of a rough game for them, and they were getting wiped out. So they are sub 300, which is not what you want your Arachna and your Luna to be at. But unfortunately, Silhouette on her own wasn't enough to carry against a Corrupted Disciple and a Wild Soul, with the area damage that, well, basically the constant magic damage that Thunderbringer and Slither were putting out against him. So anyway, Zenith Gaming versus Quixotic Gaming on the CyberGamer Invitational ladder. This has been sponsored by AC Ryan. My name has been Triforman shoutcasting this match, and congratulations to Quixotic Gaming and better luck next time for Zenith, both two great teams in the Australian scene.